huge. Whoosh. Okay. Pretty cool. Whoosh. Alright, let's give you an initial rinse, Sir Dead Fish. I see. Never had a fish this big in my whole life. Those are gonna come off. You are dead, so you do not care. You are getting shiny, which tells me we need to clean the lake. Oh my god, this thing must weigh 20 kilograms. Maybe 10, maybe I'm just weak. Feels very heavy, like a child. Slimy. Puppy would also like some fish. The fish is so big, it doesn't even fit in my sink. Okay. Well, you have been initially rinsed, and now we shall start cutting parts off of you. So, video. Get out of there! Get out, out. It's your paw. It's gonna hurt. Video showed cutting off these suckers. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Wow. In the video it looked pretty easy, but maybe my knife is not as sharp as your knife. But this is my really sharp knife, actually. Just goes to show you. Fish bones are nothing to gawk at. Holy shit. Sorry, Mom. It's a bad word. It's also not the easiest thing to do when you pull gloves. Whew, well, there's one. Okay, oh, I got my bucket. Where's my bucket? I have a bucket for all the pieces so I can boil them later. I don't know if that's a piece you usually boil, but I mean, you're going to boil the tail, why not that one too? So they took the scales off. Really, again, video. So, wow, okay. This process is going to take a lot longer than I imagined it would. Again, in the video, he just did it so fast. Do I really need to do this? I guess you probably should scale a fish, right? It's part of prepping it. It's going to take a really long time. This is as fast as I can go. But I gotta do things. Ooh. Okay, well, scales are coming off though, so, you know, first time I've ever scaled a fish. You're probably like, yeah, you're doing it completely wrong. And you would be making accurate statements. Because you would know what you're doing more than me. I watched 4 YouTube videos. That is the extent of experience I have with this. Watching YouTube videos of Japanese sushi masters who make it look very, very easy. Apparently with their freaking ninja knives. Progress is progress. Glad I'm doing this in my sink. I have a table ready for filleting, but I thought the scaling part would probably be pretty messy. I was not incorrect. You know, in the restaurants, they have all these beautiful big white cutting boards specifically designed for each step of the process. It's not designed, but designated, you know. This is our filleting cutting board. This is our scaling cutting board. This is our fish gutting sink. I ain't got any of that in my freaking kitchen. Fish have so many scales. such a big knife, I'm not getting a lot of surface area. Is that normal? Okay, well, okay, some of a line done. I don't know how much you can see on the camera because we can't see much, but I did that much. Yay. Okay. So it looks like the fish like pooped as it died, which I know is a standard thing, but I never thought about fish pooping when they die. I know people do. I know puppies do. Okay. All right. Well, turns out I see why they have the towel. It's really hard to wipe these scales off the knife with just your finger. I see. I have a towel for patting down the fish, but if I get it all scaly, I'm gonna have to get another towel for patting down the fish, and I don't want that. Oh, and if you clean your knife between scales, it scales better. Wow, all these things I'm learning. Learn with me. You're hearing a very loud fan type sound. I'll turn that off. Oh, this is my oven fan. I thought maybe it would help air the fishy smell out of my house, but it doesn't appear to be doing much. Might be an issue of proximity. Okay. This is kind of cool. Ooh, fish are beautiful. I'm really excited. So I got this fish. I teach English, and one of my adult students is also a hobby fisherman. And he and his buddies go out and they go fishing, you know, maybe once a month or every other month. And today they went out on the ocean. They rented a boat and they went out. Uh-oh, I was cut a little too close on that one. I saw the flesh. You don't want to see the flesh yet. You just want scales at first, right? Anyway, I was like, how many fish do you usually catch? He's like, on a bad day, maybe 20. On a good day, maybe 60. I was like, well, I hope you have a good day. Well, apparently they had a very good day because they had extra fish. Can you imagine? 14 guys go fishing and they catch enough fish for everybody to have some and then some. Very cool. So this was caught with a rod and reel by my student. I did not buy this fish at the market. It was caught the old-fashioned way. Make sure you can see that piece where I cut a little bit too deep. I'm trying to go around it. Failing. I'm gonna aggravate it more, but you've got to cut against the scales. I really have no other choice. Okay. Ooh, okay. Got the flap off. That was a step. If I ever do upload this video, it's probably going to be like 5 hours long by the time I finish this fish. Started at 11 p.m. Not the recommended start time, but I had other stuff I was doing today. Been busy. Actually, I was not feeling well earlier today, so I stayed in bed for a large portion of the morning. And with the exception of waking up to cook the kids breakfast and read them stories. That's a lie. We read stories yesterday, not today. I forgot already. What day was it? And then we went to the park and the kids rode their bikes. They're 4 and 6. And my 6-year-old is getting quite proficient with the bicicleta. So I'm thinking we're going to take off his training wheels pretty soon and see how he fares without them. I don't know. It's kind of a big deal, you know, when you take the training wheels off. He's 6 and a half, he'll be 7 next year. So maybe we'll wait till 2021. Just this year's been a little rough. Let's not take our chances. Save all big life events for 2021 and later. Oh. All right. I finished a good portion of the bottom of the fish, but I'm down about the tail area. I know you can't see it. And the surface is smaller, which makes it a little bit easier, but because it's more, oh, I got another, cut the skin too deep, that one. Because it's more rounded, it's also a little bit harder to cut. Oh, I see. So the scales are attached to like this fatty layer, and then under the fatty layer of skin is where the meat resides. I see. Very cool. This is like in anatomy and physiology, where you dissect an animal, you learn about how it's put together. Oh yes, Katrina, that's what dissection is. Okay, now I'm at a part. It's hard to do because of my angle with my knife, so I might have to flip the fish around, but I think I saw that on the video too. I'm getting better at this. I'm taking off a bigger piece now. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that whole piece I took off all at once. Let's not pat myself on the back too early. This video's just begun and I'm literally in step one. Ah! Have to be careful because this mat that I have it on is the heaviest part of the fish is centered on the mat. And oh, I see, if I switch hands, then I can angle the knife this way. And you have to like cut it in an angle. Ooh, y'all, people, that one got a little deep at the end, but y'all be proud of me. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that whole piece. I tell ya, I'm learning. Okay. And you do kind of get a feel for how deep you need to go. Although sometimes it's a pain to kind of get started. Maybe if I had the proper tools, if I was a sushi chef with training and experience. I called my friend who actually has culinary training. We invited her to join me for this experience, but she had prior engagements. And also, I don't know that she, despite her experience, has proper fish carving tools at her house. And then I thought about going to the grocery store and asking the man there that I usually buy fish from how much he would charge me to prep a fish of this caliber. But then I thought, well, I could let a professional handle it, or I could just ask YouTube how to do it and figure it out for myself. You know, my plumber came yesterday to fix my sink, and I told him I was gonna do it myself, but I just couldn't get back there. I couldn't angle behind the sink. It's a really like narrow area. And he was like, why would you do it yourself? You're an English teacher. Leave plumbing to the plumbing professionals. And I had to explain to him that in America, we don't always, well, not just in America, but in Korea too, but like, you know, we don't always live the life that affords you the disposable income for a plumber. If you had an upbringing like mine, we learned how to do a lot of things for ourselves. We very rarely hired professionals unless it was like a legit big job, like installing the new heating and air conditioning system or something like that. But like if it was painting or minor remodel, although no, the bathroom remodel was done by professionals too. I guess we really only did painting, building one closet, or building a shelf in a closet. That was mostly my brother. Oh, the deck. Pretty sure my brother built the deck. My brother's a very handy, resourceful individual. He's also very handsome and single, ladies. Recently single. Let's not talk about it. So, I am almost done with this side of the fish. And shocker, there's another side of the fish. So, I think I'm going to pause this video while I do the other side of the fish. And then I'll just tell you when I come back how much time it took me to skin the freaking fish. All right, pause. All right, so almost 15 minutes have passed. And I got this one done, not as well as the first side, but it was not bad. Caught up a little bit at the top, but then when I tried to go deeper, it just opened it, so that was not good. Actually, comparing the two of them, I'd say we're about par for course. All right, so I'm gonna put all these scales inside here, and I guess the next part is where I'm gonna need a little bit of elbow grease, and I'm worried I'm gonna have to just put this fish in the sink, not put it on this stand, because I think I gotta chop it up pretty hard. All right, so I gotta cut it. Oh Jesus, yeah, this is like heavier than one of my children, so I think it's around 20 kilograms at least. Okay, so it kind of fits in my sink, and there's definitely still poop coming out of his body. So, all right, sorry, fishy. So what I gotta do now, hold on. Excuse me, Lucy. Beep, beep. My puppy is laying at my feet. She's been super excited about this fish since it walked in the door. All right, so I saw they lifted the gills. Okay, so here's the gill. So we lift the gill, and then they put the knife in there and chop something. I don't know what they chopped. Chop something in there, so I'll chop it too. Chop. Chop. Okay. It didn't seem like they went across. Maybe they did. Okay, and then flip to the other side. Ooh, we got the blood going now. Okay. Whoosha. Yep. Fish was dead before I started carving it. It was on ice when he arrived at my abode. Okay. Breaking something in there. Again, this is my first lesson in large fish anatomy, so I guess we'll see. And then you see they just kind of run the knife over the belly. It's very hard to do in this enclosed space. So I'm gonna flip my fish up and carve it here. Whoosh. That was not as easy as I expected it to be. I need more grip. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, fishy. Whoosh. Well, I mean, we're getting in there. There's something in there. All right. Yep, those would be all the organs. Okay. Just a little bit about me. I've never done this in my life. If I haven't mentioned that yet, holy Jesus. I feel like I'm messing up the head now too. Messing up everything. Oh God, this is disgusting. Oh, okay. There are many parts of a fish, and I'm not sure what they all are. But I know, the wing, it came away, good. But I know I gotta clean all this out. This is why I wear gloves. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know what these organs are. Looks like a penis. Do fish have penises? They must, right? Why didn't I go to medical school? Okay, well, clearly I didn't cut far enough into whatever I needed to cut far enough into, because some of these things are just not ripping out. Okay. Okay, I think I got this one now. Oh, God. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a doctor, actually. Though I know some very cool doctors. There's like this weird air sac in there. That can't be normal. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to puncture that too. Hoi. Oh, there we go. Alright, and then just, oh, and rip that out too. I see. So many things to learn. Okay, this is where all the blood comes. I assume this is some type of heart. Do I keep these organs? It didn't show that. And I would assume so. Like, why wouldn't you just eat all the parts of the horse? I mean, not the horse. The fish. It's not a horse. Looks like a liver. I don't know. That to something yellow. It looks like a colon. I don't know what this black thing is. Watch, all this is like supreme delicacies, and I'm like, I don't know what any of it is. So, internet, tell me if and how you would eat any of this. I'm going to throw it in my basket of organs that I'm saving. See, doesn't this look like a penis? It does, doesn't it? It could be the stomach. It has veins that go all the way on it. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it is also out of the fish now. Alright, let's get all the things out. So, there's a lot more bloody stuff in the head. I know I'm going to get to that. Okay. So basically I want to get all the blood out and all the poopy stuff. This was half of something. Looks kind of like a liver. Maybe it's a heart. Maybe it's a lung. Do fish have lungs? They have gills. Okay, so now is where, I know this part is called the wing. I'm going to cut this off and definitely save this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry if all you hear is water. Turn off the water. This, I promise you, this knife that I have, this was given to me by my mother-in-law. We chop fish in pieces with it all the time. It slices through chickens like butter. And the fact that I'm struggling so much with this fish, I mean, should give you some idea of just how durable the bones are. Okay. All right, the next wing. The west wing. Sorry, it's funny to me. Not funny to you, I'm sorry. Just thought it was interesting that they're called the wings. But also it kind of makes sense, you know? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think the gills are in lieu of the lungs. Those have a very lungish look to them. So, ow. Note to self, don't stab yourself with said very sharp knife. Well, your hand and said knife are inside of a fish's body. Alright, something. Okay, clearly something is different on this side because I had no problems on the other side. Okay, I got it. That's really good. Alright, so clean out all the blood. It's like when you make, live in Korea, BTW, we have this food called galbijjim. And even like when you make miyeokguk, you should always let the blood out of the meat before you cook it. So you gotta like soak it in water basically and let the blood out. This is not something I learned about growing up. So it's something I didn't start doing until I lived in Korea in my adult life. So if you've never let the blood out of your meat, well, let me tell you, you're missing out. Alright, so clearly there's a lot of gills in here. Very full of blood. Some other stuff back here. I'm going to cut this further. Okay, so I'm going to chop off the head now. Pretty sure that's the next step. And I watched this in the video, and this looks like a really hard part. Because it's a very big fish. Oh, actually, oh. See, now I feel like my knife is proving itself. There you go. That's how we do. That's how we take. Oh, look at all that meat in there. That is so cool. You know, I didn't realize the meat had extended all the way back to the head. This must be the brain. This is very interesting. Oh, and they have teeth. There's a jaw. Welcome to Kingfish Anatomy with Cat Teacher. I really wanted to do this with my adult students tonight, but a different adult students, not the one who gave me the fish. But one of them had a funeral to attend, so class was canceled at the last minute. Well, this is really interesting. So if you've never seen gills close up, they kind of look like the fins do on the outside, but there's so many pieces of them. That's really interesting. Cool. All right, add that to the pile. Let me just rinse out this fish head, get the blood out. I gotta come back to this later. There's like a whole way you gotta chop the head in half, and I'm pretty sure I should take out these gills. Pretty sure that the man in the video took out the gills. But, ooh, the fish is a lot lighter with no gills. Let's see these teeth. I don't really have teeth. That's a good thing, right? Definitely got a jaw. It's very interesting. Cool. Apparently fish eyes are also a delicacy. So, you know, stay tuned. We'll get to that episode later. Today is just about cleaning the fish. Alright, so it is midnight. I've officially been cleaning this fish for about 45 minutes. And we have so far just let the blood. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to let this head... Oh, sorry. I'm like stabbing him in the eye. Sorry, fish. I'm going to go. Just let this head sit. Actually, I'm going to put it in a pot of water so it can just let. Oh! Just bloodlet it over there. Jesus Christ, it's a huge freaking head. Okay, and now I got to get the rest of this bad boy cleaned up because there's still a lot of blood in here too. And I haven't finished cutting all the way down yet. I don't know if you can, or can you see? You can see good. So I gotta get through this all the way down. Ooh, see? Down to the bone. Because we want to get all the blood out. That's what I can tell you from watching 4 YouTube videos. You want to get all the blood out. I'm cleaning up these little organs. And the one video that I watched, the guy had like a special brush and everything to like really work it out. I don't have a special brush. I'm just going to use my fingers. Yeah, you do kind of got to get in there. All right, let me take this down a little bit further. Ooh, now I'm cutting into the meat. I don't want to do that. Okay, because you want to keep the meat, like you want to stay close to the bone. All right. Again, YouTube expert here. Okay. I got most of it out. There's still like this brown yucky stuff. I don't know if that's, I think it's poop. It looks like poop. And fish poop, so makes sense. Ooh, there's a bone. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, so you can see, I think I'm supposed to take this out too. Like this brown stuff, but I feel like I can also take it out at a later stage. I don't want it to contaminate anything. I don't know. Fish poop. I don't want poopy fish. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to bring my fish back. Still got some stuff in here. I need to pull that out manually. Probably why he had that special brush. Brush out all the sticky stuff. Because the gloves are a little slippery. But also, I would rather my gloves smelling like fish for the next several lifetimes. Until then my hands. Okay, yeah, the brown stuff's coming off, so. Okay. So this is like the bone on top of the bone here. Or I should say I'm under the breastbone. So on the other side too. Yeah. What is this brown stuff? Somebody who knows things, tell me in the comments. Should have bought the brush. And I have brushes, but I literally use them for like my children's dishes and stuff. So I don't really want to use them for this. Well, I do have an old toothbrush. I can just throw that away. I think a toothbrush will work. Yeah, let's try it. It's usually my super, I mean, it's a seafood toothbrush. I use it for cleaning abalone. So, fish, abalone. Okay. They're not the same. But look at those. Look at the seafood variety. Alright, and that seemed to help. So, put a little bit more in here. Okay. If you need an arm workout, I highly recommend this process. Ugh, my sink is very full now with fishy parts, so I need to put this food trash in the food trash bag. So in Korea we don't have disposals. Well, most people don't have an in-drain disposal system. So we have bags of food trash and we dispose of it in food trash receptacles. Lucy, oh my goodness. My dog is lying at my feet, just lying there staring into space. Oh. Well, there's all those scales clogging up my drain. All right, so now I'm gonna bring it back on top of the board. And now the blood is out, I'm gonna try and cut the first fillet. It's very exciting. There's blood on my board. And it's fine. No big deal. So let's pull the fish out first. Okay. Ooh. You know, it does feel a lot lighter without the head, but it is still freaking heavy. Oh my goodness. Okay. This board that is the exact size of my sink is not super convenient at the moment. Oh, hello. Strange skinny stuff that's coming off the fish. All right, so what I saw them do was they slice above the bone, okay, but along the bone. Okay, so there I'm above the bone, but along the bone. Okay, and then they kind of pull it back. You want to be like touching the bone. Okay. I don't feel like maybe I'm not close enough, but I don't want to waste good fish. Ooh. Cuts like butter. Cuts like butter. Okay. So this is the part where I'm not really sure. I have to go over this part. I know that. Oh, there might have been a removing of something there too. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I might have needed to remove this segment. There's bone there. So I want to get, no, I don't want to do that. They make it look so easy in the videos. I guess we're just going to come at it from this direction. Which is not what they do. They come at it from the other direction, but there's a bone there. How do I get over the bone? Yes, I have to know where the bone is in order to get over it. Okay. All right. We're free from the tail end. Okay. Oh. Well, actually, you know, friends, I didn't do too bad with this. Okay. Sweet baby Jesus. This is a little bit too much sashimi at this end. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. It's just so freaking heavy. I see. There's where the bones are. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Okay. I fucked it up. Sorry, I gotta bleep that out. Sorry, Mom. Alright, but I didn't mess it up too badly. Okay? There's some bones I gotta pick out. That was, you know, I thought it would come off much easier than it did, and it was cutting so well. And there's a couple bones in here I gotta pull out with the tweezers. I watched pull it out with the tweezers. Okay. So, why don't I have a chef's kitchen with multiple cutting boards? Alright, so this is the piece where I kind of messed up. Let's see. I don't know if I can save this. I mean, clearly I can. I can at least make soup with it. But I don't know if it's going to be anybody's sushi. Oh my god. Okay. So, I don't know what part this is. Oh, well, there are those rib bones. Those pesky rib bones. Okay, well, it is what it is. It's gonna be fine. It's beautiful. It's got bones in it. All through it. So I'm just gonna add that to my pile of meat. And now, this part as well, this comes off. I don't know. They said something about this. This is different. Why is that so? It comes all the way up here. Okay. And then there's some bones in it. You have to feel for the bones and you have to pluck them out with Q-tips. Not Q-tips, what are they called? Tweezers. So I'm gonna do some bone feeling. Oh, found some other yucky stuff. One of my tweezers here. Where did they go? Let me get them. The sad news is I don't know where my tweezers are. I have to pause this video while I find them. I thought I put them here, but they're clearly not here. Is there anything I can use in lieu of tweezers? I don't think so. All right, we will pause. So I found my multi-tool and said, Lou, this is a very inconvenient position. Lucy, look out, baby. Okay. So, I don't know how many bones there are going to be, but. Okay, I peeled out a piece of bone. That is not what happened in the video. Okay, and and I did it again. Okay, in the video I watched, you see I have only one glove now. One had to be sacrificed. The great tweezer find. This is not a bone. I don't know what it is, but I'll pull it out. Maybe there aren't. I swear there were bones in it. Yeah, I feel them. I feel it. But I want all of it, not a piece of it. Am I supposed to like cut this first? Okay, I got a big piece of bone. That did not release easily. Maybe I need to cut this piece. I need to review my video. Okay, but this looks like a very natural place to cut the meat. So I'm going to just cut it here. Yeah, there's a lot of bones here. Okay. Maybe I skipped a step. I was supposed to cut it here. Wow, this is a very fatty piece. I feel like this is probably 2 different pieces of sushi. All you fish people are like, she's destroying it. It's beautiful fish. It will be consumed. I'm not afraid of eating it. I don't know the different pieces of sushi, but I know that I like yellowtail in all its forms. So we will enjoy it in all its forms. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the very natural area of separation. A lot of bony stuff here. All right, so let's see if I can find the bones a little more easily now. There we go. Okay. That's bone too. Or cartilage. Not bone, but you know what I mean. Okay, so in the video I watched, the guy just like pulled them out like frickin', what were they? Like yo-yos, leaving it on the string. They're like zoom, 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 zoom. Maybe it was the difference in tools. I'm sure there was definitely a difference in skill. There's another one. Found it. Found it! And of course, I think actually that was a different fish video that I was watching too. So it was a whole different kind of fish. This is a big bone. Maybe I should take this flap off. This is it's like the top layer here. Oh, there's another huge bone. Okay. Oh, that just looks wrong. I feel like a horrible person. That flesh coming off with it. Okay, it feels a little bit hard here, but I don't know if it's, sorry, I don't think you can see over here. I don't know if it's because there's a bone or if it's just because there's like this thick skin over here. It's weird. I know this piece was coming off for something else. It's very fatty. And yeah, this part needs to come off too. I forget why. But I know that they used it for the, I think they used it for the soup. Maybe not. Like, oh, that's the most delicate part of the sushi. What's wrong with you? Many, many things. But in this case, merely inexperience. Right, and they did this really cool thing where they got under the skin and they ripped off, they like ripped out the skin from under the fish. But I wonder if I need to be on like a board for that. All right, I actually did prepare a separate surface for the carving, so I'm gonna move this piece over to that. And let's check this bad boy out. See if he's got bones in him too. Yep, there's definitely something there. A lot of bones. Okay then, let's just cut that out. Cut it out. This looks like fantastic quality meat. Although I have heard the bloody part is less desirable by certain individuals because they feel the taste is too strong. All right, I feel like this would also be better served on the other counter. Do you have any other bones in it? I think that's it. So I'm gonna move this one over there too. Yeah, there's definitely a natural separation here. Okay, so there, got the piece with the bones out. Here's some of this stringy white stuff. I assume these are arteries. But all I know is they are not fun to eat. You get caught in your teeth. You can't bite through them. Okay, just take out these few. They kind of act like thread. It's not just fish, you know, you got it in beef too, and I'm sure we have them inside of us, whatever they are, which is why I assume they're arteries. Okay, I'll move this one over to the cleaning station, the slicing station. Holy crap. I want to say holy mackerel, like my Uncle Pat, but it's not a mackerel. All right, so that was literally half the fish. Okay, so you can see, I mean, I didn't do a great job, but I didn't do a horrible job. Doesn't this look like sushi right here? I think I'm gonna make this the first piece on my sushi tray. It's gonna be my first piece of sushi. Here, let me get the plate. Star Wars plate. Look, there we go. Dinner is almost served. All right, I'm gonna pause this while I do the other half because this video is already getting insanely long. All right, I ran into a little bit of difficulty separating this bad boy, but ta-da! Still a lot of blood. So I put it in the sink so I can let the blood. And then this one I did not take it out above the bone, so I have to separate this piece, which is above the bone, because we don't want to eat the bone, but it's still very yummy for other things. All right. I feel bad. Just like brutally slicing this. Keep in mind it's like 12:30 in the morning. I'm slicing this bad boy. Look at all that red meatiness. Checking to make sure I didn't miss any other bones. I did. See, there's one right there. Okay. Kind of one too. Okay. Not kinda. This. Little Letterman tool is coming in real handy. All right, I got it. Something here, but I think it's just this vein. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, there's more bones here. I wish I knew what I was doing. Okay, hold on. Where's the bone? There's the bone. I got it the first time. Okay. Okay, So in the video, he like pulled them out and they just like slid out. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna add this to my sashimi plate too. Got a few more pieces on it now. This is a non-poisonous fish, so I assume I can eat just about all of it without killing myself. But I will Google check that before I do consume any of it. Don't worry, Mom, I'm not trying to die from raw fish poisoning. I feel like it's not going to be a matter of freshness because you don't get much fresher than this. Killed this morning. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I watched that video about taking out all of the bones, because otherwise I wouldn't even know that they're here. You're like, oh, why can't I cut it? Oh, why isn't it slicing well?
Because there's bones in it.
But actually, this looks really nice. And this is a beautiful fatty fish, which makes it just glorious for almost every kind of cooking. Broiling, pan frying, I mean, literally everything. All right, this piece is ready to move over to le table. All right, here's our last Big Daddy over here. I think the problem is that I'm pretty sure this piece is not supposed to be attached. I think, yeah, if you see, it looks very different. This is the whiteness and the redness. So I'm pretty sure I can eat this, but I do think that it's a separate piece entirely. So I need to separate it. I will say I am more pleased with my knife now than I was when I was scaling, but still not quite as sharp as I believed it to be. So that's also good to know. Okay. So just gonna take the whole belly off. Up to this piece that I cannot cut through. So, yeah, look at that. I mean, so there's that side of the meat, and then here's this side. So it just does look a little bit different. I'm going to put this over here for now until I'm done with this. And this is looking very red, a little bloody. But that bothers me, but gotta make sure it's all clean. There's still, when I just cut that, left some pieces on with the choppy nature of it, like this bone here needs to come out. Oh, that's where the bone is. Well, hot diggity dog. And this remnant from defecation, and like didn't expect it to hang around so long. Okay. All right, let's get my bone priors here. You can see, you can even see them. I mean, they're pretty obvious. Okay, bone. Bone. That's not bone. Where's the bone? There's the bone. Ugh, it's all the way down there. That's annoying. You're not telling how I feel. You know, all the animal lovers, all the vegans.
Not funny. There was a living creature. It's beautiful.
I agree. I think it is a beautiful creature. It's going to make beautiful food for several people. So my teachers are coming in tomorrow. And my one teacher who I talked to tonight, she knows about it. But the others don't know. I'm going to surprise them with plates of fresh fish to go home to dine with their families. And you know, fish is not a very expensive food in Korea, but like this quality fish is, you know, it's not cheap. So all my staff members eat fish, so I think they will appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna turn off the camera on this stage. You can see the bone here. It's still got a little bit of meat on it. I clearly didn't slice it as well as the professionals, but I'm gonna segment it and boil it and get that meat out of it. So to the slicing table. All right, so I've skipped forward about 25 minutes. Been doing some bloodletting boiling over here with the wings, a couple other pieces. Still have the organs over here. I have a few pieces now in the oven broiling. And we come to our fillet pieces. So we have 4 pretty sizable pieces, and then the smaller pieces are from the stomach. So I'm gonna review how to cut these, but I remember I have to take off the skin very carefully and then slice them very thinly. But I'm thinking, if possible, I might just freeze them like this. Remember, this was a fresh fish, so it's never been frozen. And then I can just give them to my employees tomorrow as big chunks of fish, and they can do what they like with them. So what do you think I should do? All right. This has been fun. I'm not going to show you the finished product, but I will show you my plate of sushi. Ta-da! I now have 4 very small pieces of sushi. I've also given a few pieces to my puppy. She was very happy about it. So I bet they will be delicious. And now that I've had this 2-hour adventure, I'm going to go to bed as soon as these fish are taken care of. Good night.